Welcome back to Page to Picture, the podcast where books come to life on screen and in conversation. I am your host, Kim.
And I am your host, Tiff. And today we fight an army of I said army of Sauron. Sauron's army cry while Pippin sings to us. And oh my God, is Elrond crying?
We are heading straight into the final book and movie of the Lord of the Rings series, The Return of the King. And when I tell you, when they finally said Return of the King, I was like,
You said, I get it.
I get it.
You said, I get it.
And Jose stared at me.
I would have done the same.
He was like, do you get it? I was like, well, you know, I love a movie where they say the
title, yeah.
So yeah, I got it.
Oh my God. All right, so grab your ale, put on your armor, and prepare to climb that mountain of Mordor because we are getting into it.
Oh, Tiff.
I'm so excited.
For those who don't know, Tiff and I have been together going through this journey of Lord of the Rings. She has come over to my house, spent the night. We've watched all 3 Hobbit movies. We watched the extended versions of the Lord of the Rings movies, 1 and 2. And due to circumstances beyond her control,
yeah,
I had to watch this on my own. The extended version, 4 hours and 26 minutes.
I let the little bird fly from the coop.
Mm-hmm. And I would honestly look to my couch waiting, and you weren't there.
That's the saddest part. That's the saddest part is when you turn and you want to... when you turn to expect your sister and it's really just your husband and you're like...
I was like...
And you're like, I have no one to talk about how hot Aragorn looks right now.
I was putting connections on my own. I was making statements on my own.
You said, I wonder if there was a fun fact she would have said.
I really thought it. There were many times I thought, is there a fun fact here?
Okay, let's get into the book first. Okay, so we'll talk about the facts. So the title is Return of the King. Author is still Professor J.R.R. Tolkien. The release date for this one was October 20th, 1955. Fun fact about this one that I have just learned recently. So there's someone that I follow on TikTok, and I am trying to find his account, but I come across his videos like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This guy right here. Okay, so his name is Don Marshall 72 on TikTok. Okay, he has a YouTube and everything, and he just has obscure Lord of the Rings facts. Okay, every video he does is a fact, and I learned that J.R.R. Tolkien didn't think that he was going to finish Return of the King. Like, he was like, I'm probably going to die soon. And I think because he died, what year did he die? Let me see. Death date. Okay, September 2nd, 1973. So I don't know if it was this book or if it was another book that he released after his last book that he's ever done. But he was like, I don't know if I'm going to finish this, man. And I was like, can you imagine if he didn't?
Imagine. I'd be like, what happens to them? Do they make it?
I'd lose.
Did they die? Shit. I would have died.
It's a whole thing.
He's like, I died knowing how it ends and no one else does.
Oh my God, that would just be the worst. Oh God, it wouldn't be the way it is now, but it might, honestly, because the story is just so good. But anyways, so the release date was October 20th, 1955. The tropes are all still the same. So it's found family, epic quest journey, good versus evil, all that stuff. But then you have the little hidden king revealed. You have the heroic sacrifice. You got the final battle, loyalty. It's all just so good. So here's the blurb. So the final volume of The Lord of the Rings brings the epic journey to its climax. Aragorn must claim his destiny as the rightful king of Gondor while leading men, elves, and dwarves into the greatest battle against Sauron's forces. Frodo and Sam, with Gollum as their perilous guide, continue their desperate trek into Mordor to destroy the One Ring in the fires of Mount Doom. As the War of Middle-earth rages, alliances are tested, sacrifices are made, and the fate of the world rests on the courage of the smallest heroes. So, okay, so you didn't finish the book, right?
Okay, I was waiting for Tiff to come over so we could watch the movie. And it was like earlier in the week. And I was like, you know, fuck it. I'm going to just start reading because I need to know what happens. I have to know.
She was itching.
I started reading, and right away, I think I was like 2 chapters in, and I turned to my husband and I said, I'm so lost. This is not where it picks up in the movie. Because in the book, Mary, I believe it's Mary or Pippin, one of them is with Gandalf.
Pippin.
It's Pippin. Pippin is with Gandalf in the as soon as the book begins, and they're on a journey, and I was like, "What?"
I forgot to tell
I was
her in the
so
book, the
confused.
cutoff is different than the movie. So
Yes.
she started reading it when it was about an hour into the
Correct,
movie, and
correct.
I was like, "I forgot."
Yeah, and so I was so confused, and I was like because I did not read the second book, so that
Yeah.
is also where my confusion lies, and I was like, "What?" And I said, "Never mind. I'm just gonna watch the movie because I can't do
Sometimes I
this." So
can't.
I think we're gonna go back to episode 2 where we talk about the movie and then you spit the facts about the book.
Yes, yes. Okay, so let's skip it and let's just go straight into the movie part of it because it'll
Okay.
all blend in
Yeah.
anyways.
So the title is Lord of the Rings Return of the King. Director is Peter Jackson. Release date was December 17th, 2003. Characters are
Oh
the same,
god.
actors are the
Yeah.
same. Um, let's get into it. Tiff is
Okay.
not here. Tiff is not here. She does not know my real time reaction. Did you see the picture I sent you at like 11 o'clock at night of what scene I was on? I
Elrond.
sent her one picture just so she knew where I was, and
I
her
already knew the scene.
notifications were on silent, so I didn't know if she saw it. But I sent it, and I was like, "Continue the movie."
Yeah. I love Elrond and I have so many things to say about him because he's not even in this movie a lot, but my god, like he's my favorite.
Okay, so during the time before I watched this movie, Jose and I we binged The Matrix. So every day we watched The Matrix. And if you don't know, the actor who plays Elrond is the same actor who plays Mr. Smith or Agent Smith in The Matrix.
Yeah.
And as we're watching it, I was like, it's Elrond, it's Elrond. And every time he came on as Agent Smith, I got the biggest ick. I
Yeah.
was annoyed. I wanted to punch him in the face. I said, "This is not my man. This is not Elrond.
It's
Who
not
is
my
this
elf
character?"
lord. It's
I was telling Jose, I was like, "He aggravates me to my core." And then when we watched Lord of the Rings, it was just like the
coming
world was
back home.
yeah, everything was where it's supposed to be. This actor is who he is. He plays his character and this is the I like him as this. I do not like him as Agent Smith. He was terrifying.
Yeah.
I was telling Jose, I was like, it is crazy how he can be so terrifying in that movie and just you hate him, but then you jump to Lord of the Rings and he is just like the kindest
All
person. His
knowing,
I yeah,
wise, like simple soul. There's a quote and it's about Elrond and he's described as kind as summer and I think it's the sweetest thing I've
true.
because
It's so
it's
true.
so true cuz Elrond he's this poetic like younger Elrond is like he has a really sad story
Yeah,
but for
it was
him to
sad.
be who he is like
Mhm.
so amazing and I love baby boy Elrond. I
Mhm.
love him.
Mhm.
I don't care what anyone says. Oh, everyone's like, "Oh, you love Lord of the Rings because of Legolas, right?" And I said, "Wrong elf, honey." If they could give me just Elrond, like, a story like, if they oh my god, if I because I know Rings of Power they're, like, trying to talk about Elrond and Galadriel because, yes, they're very, like, adamant in that story, and they kinda touch a little bit on his past, but they don't do it justice, I feel like. If they could just give me a young Elrond and an older Elrond, like, one of those shows where it's, like, a flashback because younger the guy that plays young Elrond, sickly, and we love it, and
You
then the
love a
guy
sickly
that
man.
plays yeah, I do, and the guy that plays actual Elrond, also kinda sickly. They're, like, the perfect it's so anyways, I'm done with Elrond, we're done talking about it because I could go on forever. Okay, I need you to tell me let's talk about in the beginning.
Okay,
Let's talk about the
let's break it by
scene yeah, we'll break it
let's
down
do
by
1 hour at a
scene.
time.
Yeah, an hour at a time. So let's talk about the scene of Legolas and Gimli at the when they're celebrating
No,
after Helm's Deep. I
no,
wanna
no,
hear
I don't wanna do that.
why?
We gotta take it to the beginning. Let's talk about Smeagol and his lover,
Okay,
Deal.
talk yes, talk about the that's not his lover,
Sorry.
that's his brother. I think they're brothers or cousins or something, but then let's
Whatever.
not.
He said "my love," and I assumed he was his lover.
Okay. So, yes, I'm yeah, that because you had so many questions about him, and
Okay.
I wanted to tell you, but then I was like, "No, she'll see it. She'll see it, and it's literally the beginning."
Okay. So when it first started, and it said The Lord of the Rings, and then it shows Smeagol. I was like, "That's my boy." I was like, and then he went all evil and shit.
Yeah,
That
instantly.
transformation of him as a hobbit turning into Gollum was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. It made me question myself, but then when he pops up as Gollum, like we're in the with Frodo, I was like, okay, there's
You said, "Oh, there's my baby boy."
yeah, I didn't like this version. I didn't like the
He's
transformation.
scary.
It was terrifying. I
Yeah.
was telling Jose, holy shit, the CGI, the graphics, whatever of that transformation is insane.
Yeah.
And when his eyes turn into like the Gollum eyes, I was like, oh my God. And then I was also said that is how he only has like 9 teethuses, is because he like was decaying. Like it
Yeah.
was
9 teeth
horrific.
says
Horrific.
9 teeth says 5 strands of hair.
I I love that it was there. I love getting the background on Gollum scene because in the second movie they showed how the ring ended up in the river,
Yeah.
right? And then how like or was it Lord of the Rings? I can't remember.
It was the
Then
first one they showed Isildur.
it was in the river and then it somehow Gollum had it and I was like, "Oh, maybe it like flushed through the river into the caves." And that's how I wondered. But then and so when the lover finds it in the river,
Uh,
and I got it. I was like, "Okay, I wonder."
they were fishing. I know.
I cannot.
The
I
story,
could not handle it.
it's so good.
He choked him out. It was so sad. So sad, so
He did hella
scary.
choke him out. He said, "This bitch is mine, okay? There's nothing you can
This
do."
is my precious. I cannot handle it. I was hooked. I was like and then at the end it said Return of the King. And I
Yeah.
was like, "We are this is
You
it."
said, "What a prologue."
What?
You said, "What a fucking prologue."
I literally was like, "The prologue." Wow. Hooked. You got me hooked.
Cooked. Peter Jackson cooked with that prologue.
I'm ready to read. Like, what?
It's so good.
Oh my god, that was I just could not.
Yeah.
I could not handle it. So, there's that, right? And then centuries later, during the War of the Ring, Gandalf leads Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli, and King Theoden of Rohan
Mhm.
to Isengard.
Yes, which is where Saruman was. They
Mhm.
brought Merry and Pippin with
Can we
them.
please take a moment? I laughed so hard when Saruman fell and landed and landed
Just
on that
straight on
spike.
the spike.
And they were like, "Oh, we need to open the gates." And they like just let
They
him go.
just let him go. Yeah, they said
I I laughed so hard. And I
because they
looked and I
really did him dirty like that.
honestly looked to the couch for Tiff and she wasn't there. And I cackled so hard and I said, "This man is becoming grayer and grayer." He was looking so dirty as fuck.
He's nothing now.
And when he landed and just that he started going in the water.
They even did a shot of just his boots going submerged. And I said, "We knew he was dead, but now we know he's dead."
I truly laughed so hard. I've
It was
never
so
laughed so
good.
hard in my life. I was like, this was amazing. And it made me so happy that he died.
Yeah. Yeah, because we hate him.
So, okay, so
And
he goes.
okay, but we're talking about that scene. Let's talk about when he tried to burn Gandalf, and Gandalf said, I think your staff is broken." And that shit, I
Yo,
said,
Gandalf was hilarious
"Sassy,
as always. I was like, there goes my
sassy
G.
king."
There goes my G. So they go and reunite with Merry and Pippin. That's where the trees are. And Merry and Pippin are like, yo, we were in this war with the trees. Like, we
Yeah.
did this shit. You see this? We
He
did
said, "This
this.
all us."
Yes. And then Gandalf retrieves Saruman's the ball.
Yeah. The
The eyeball.
plantier, whatever, plantif, whatever it's called.
It looked like a magic 8 ball. So Pippin grabbed it and saw something.
Yeah, so he was drawn to this
Mhm.
when it first fell in the water and he picked it up and Gandalf was like,
Oh,
"That's
Gandalf
dead.
was like,
Come here."
Pippin.
Yeah, he was like, "Come on, give it to me." And then they have, like, the little party scene, which I need to comment on. You
Okay.
skipped over it,
No,
okay?
we'll comment. We can
I wanna
comment.
talk about the Gimli and Legolas scene because
The
that scene is
drinking
so
scene
good because the
is
dwarves are
so
known for
funny.
their drinking, like, they will drink until they're literally falling onto the
Mhm.
ground, and Legolas is a woodland elf, and I don't know if you remember from The Hobbit, but they said that Thranduil is known for his wine, and so Legolas's tolerance is probably hella up there, so he's like,
I
"I don't know about you guys, but man, ale is like nothing to me,"
it's
and
water. It's
yeah,
water.
it's literally water to him, so Gimli's getting fucked up, and Legolas is like, "I could feel it in my fingers.
I
I
think
think
it's
it's
working.
working."
I made that quote to Tip this morning as I was drinking my coffee. Were you so proud of me?
I have never been more proud in my life. The fact that you could just quote Lord of the Rings now is the greatest because I quote Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit all the time, but no one ever gets it, and I'm
It's the
like,
funniest quotes. And then that scene was so funny. But let me tell you my transition feeling with Arwen.
"Uh-huh.
So Eowyn loves Vigo,
Yes.
Aragorn. And the
Yes.
whole time I was like, "Girl, he ain't gonna be with you. He
Yeah.
has his lover waiting for him."
If it's not Arwen, it's Legolas.
Mhm.
Get in
So
line, honey."
the whole time I was like, "Girl, ew, ew." But we'll go through because at the end I was like,
When she sees my boy
I am no
Faramir.
even she was like, I am no man.
Yeah, that scene, Kim,
If
is the best scene ever. And the fact
Eowyn and Faramir were my 2 least favorite characters in the 2nd movie.
Mhm.
I mentioned that. In the 3rd movie, I scream the scrum that I screamed with Faramir. I felt so
When
bad
his
for
daddy tried
him.
to burn him.
His dad is a dick.
I'm
I
telling you, see, okay, so
hated his
this
dad.
is what I was talking about when I told you his story is really sad too because
It's
his dad hates him and his
when
dad
his
loved
dad was like,
Boromir
"My son," and it's a flashback of Ned Stark in the back,
walking behind Faramir.
and he hates Faramir. And when he sent
Him.
Faramir to that fucking orcs and they shot those arrows, I cried. I
Yeah.
cried. I said, "He died? Faramir died?" And Jose was like, "Yeah." I was like, "This is bullshit. This is bullshit. His dad is a dick." I was so mad. And then Pippin's like, "He's alive." Yeah. And then
Yeah.
the dad was like, "We shall burn together." It's like, yo, you're wild.
He's crazy. He's
And he
crazy.
found his love with Eowyn, and I was like,
I know, literally,
I love them together.
that is the story is love at first sight because he
Truly.
saw her and was
Mhm,
just completely smitten.
mhm.
In that healing house, he said
With his situation
yeah,
and Sheila's her
he said, "I
situation,
almost died, you almost died, I think we
let
gotta
us
hook up."
rule.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's just the cutest thing.
Faramir.
I love
Faramir.
him.
I
I'm telling see,
know.
you're like, "I don't know why you like him, he's so,
I
like,
didn't, and
bleh."
I knew.
And I'm
Mhm.
like, "That boy." And can we talk about Pippin singing?
Oh, that made me so
I cry.
sad.
Every time Billy Boyd, Peter Jackson was like, "You can sing, Billy," and he's like, "Yeah, I can sing a little bit." Had him sing that song, right? Iconic.
To
And
Faramir's
then
death.
no, to Faramir's dad when the
Yeah.
dad was eating those nasty tomatoes.
Oh my god. Yeah, and
And
Faramir's death, like, he's
yeah,
dying. He's going to war.
and not only did Billy Boyd sing that song, but he sang another song for Lord of the Rings, which is
Mhm.
like it plays in the end credits. And then Peter Jackson said, "Hey, yo, Billy Boyd, do you remember when you sang that song for Lord of the Rings? I'm gonna need you to sing a song for The Hobbit." And so he sang a song for The Hobbit, and I just love Billy Boyd all around.
He
Everything
did
about
so
him
good.
is
I love
amazing.
Pippin's story, his character arc, and I love how there was more of him and Mary. Their
Yeah,
stories are so great in this movie. But let's take a moment to talk about so Gandalf. Okay, so Pippin looks inside the eye, and he's like, "Yo, there's this tree that's like burning." La di da di da, and Gandalf's like, "Oh, we got to go to Minas Tirith or whatever."
yeah.
And so Gandalf gets Pippin, and it was so sad when Pippin was like,
Mary,
"Are you not coming?" And Mary was
yeah,
like, "No." And Mary's telling
Aragorn.
Aragorn, like, "We always go together. Like, he's always with me." And I was like, I thought one of them was gonna die. And I love Gandalf with, like I love when Gandalf's like, "Shadowfox, let us go and show us how to make haste."
Yeah, let's show us how to make haste.
I was like, "Yes, go at a speed, 3 days travel, whatever." But
Yeah.
I love how they get there and he's like, "Alright, Pippin." So he don't know his boy died. He don't know his son died. He doesn't know Aragorn is alive. Let's not mention Aragorn. He's like, "Let's not mention, like" he's like, "Actually, just don't talk. Like,
Yeah.
just let's go in and just don't talk." And I love how the dad's like, "Are you gonna tell me, like, what this is?" And it's like, it was Boromir's weapon or horn.
It's his horn, yeah, the horn of Gondor.
And Pippin, like, caves and tells him everything, and Gandalf is like, "Oh my god,
I
like, can we have
know.
to deal?" And then the dad just goes full psycho, and Gandalf's like, "We don't have time
Yeah.
for this shit." And Gandalf is like, "Pippin, you need to go up there and light those fucking lights, the beacons." That was the coolest scene, seeing
Such a
all
great
the
scene.
beacons
Being
being
lit one by one.
to Aragorn. I
Yeah.
was like, "This is amazing." Again, I looked to the couch and you were not there.
Such an iconic scene.
So
It's
cool. I
so
thought that was
amazing.
so cool. Aragorn's like, whatever he runs in and says, like, they're gonna attack.
They've lit the fires of
The
Rohan.
beacons, yeah. And they could know, like, okay, we need to do this
The
journey.
beacons are lit.
It was so amazing. The dad of Faramir and Boromir was like, ugh. Like, he's like, who lit my beacons?
Yeah, he's like, "I literally said not to do that."
I was so like, he was so annoying.
He's annoying, yeah, he's the worst.
Oh my god, there was so much that was happening, and I wasn't mad. Like, I know, like, we stopped seeing Frodo and Sam for a little bit, and I wasn't upset because I was like, "Yeah, what is up? Like, what is going on here, you know, with this crew?" And then you go into Frodo, who's carrying the ring, and Sam, you know, they're going to Mordor, and then you have Gollum, and Gollum has his own little, you know, plans,
Yeah, his
and
own
he's just
agenda.
like, the fatsy
The
wants
fat hobbitses.
the fat one. Why does he not? Oh, wait, I have to. When Sam hit him on the back of the head, and Gollum is like like on the tree, I so hard. I told Jose, I was like, I love when Gollum is so overdramatic with his. He's like,
And it's funny because Andy Serkis is literally doing that. Like,
it's
he's physically doing it. It's so
it
good.
was the funniest thing I've ever seen, because you know I love when Gollum, like,
I
is so
know.
dramatic. It was the funniest thing. Um, so yeah, there's that journey with them. There's so much to talk about. Like, it's so crazy.
Let's talk about the moments that made you emotional because there's a lot. This movie makes it okay. The emotional range that I have when I watch just the third one alone is wild because
Mhm,
there are scenes that make me cry
mhm,
really, really hard. Like
mhm.
when Pippin is talking to Gandalf when they're being attacked
Oh my
and
god, he was
Pippin
like,
is like, "I'm
"This is the end."
scared." And Gandalf's like, "This isn't the end." Like there's and it's just the sweet like that like line is so good.
Mhm.
And then also when oh god, it's so
Okay, wait, can I
when
tell you? Don't talk first. Can I tell you?
yes.
So first of all, Jose went to bed halfway through this movie.
Yeah.
And I said, "No, I'm gonna finish this." Like, usually when we watched 1 and 2, we broke it up because I would get tired. I was fully invested in this movie, okay? I fully
Music
invested.
to my
I said,
ears.
"No, no, I'm staying up and I'm gonna watch this."
Music to my
This morning, I woke up and I went to him and I said, "I finished Lord of the Rings." And he said, "And?" And I said, "When Aragorn literally says, 'You do not bow to no one, to my Labubus.'" And everyone bowed to them. It was like sitting in Ezra's bed.
It is so emotional. I'm
I
almost like
cried.
reading like at
I I cried so hard. I felt like I was a proud parent, and I was like
because
pushing a tear
literally like
when
they
I watched
I
it.
was cried so hard because
When
literally
he says, "You do not bow to no one," and
literally
they bowed to them, and they stood there proud as fuck, I cried, Tim, and I do not
I know.
cry in these movies. I cried.
It makes me cry every time I watch it, and it's just so because it's so good.
I
Because they're
cried.
literally just Hobbit because in the very beginning of the movie, in the first movie, they literally say, like, nobody thinks about the hobbits. They
No.
don't they just live their own lives, they live their own no one even like, blink like, bats an eye. And Gandalf is like, "I know their worth."
He was so proud, like a proud dad. He was so proud of that. I
Oh.
cried when Frodo woke up and Gandalf is there, and he's like,
Oh, and
and
he
then
doesn't say Legolas's name. They're all together, and it's like, they're so happy.
I cried. They're all
You have to love them so much. They've been
not
through
even
so
that.
much.
I cried because I kept asking you, so they never see each other? So they don't ever have a scene together again?
I kept
And she
lying
was
to
like, "I
Kim
know."
because I want her to be shooketh, and, like,
And I cried. When they were there, I cried.
did you
I
cry when Sam carried Frodo? Because he said,
Yes!
"I can't carry this, but I can carry you."
I cried when Sam carried Frodo. I cried when Frodo yelled at Sam and told him to go home. I cried when
When he talks about Rosie Cotton.
No, I didn't cry then.
It's
'Cause I thought he was gay, so no.
'cause Frodo and Sam love each other.
Yeah, and Frodo's like, "Yeah, sure, Rosie Cotton."
He's like, "Yeah,
I
but I'm here."
cried I cried when the Armageddon chick showed up.
In the end, okay, I cried. I didn't cry because of her, I cried because Elrond.
Okay, wait. I cried when Elrond showed up to
The
Aragorn
tent.
with Yes, and I
Yeah.
was like, he loves his daughter so much that he is willing to just go do what he knows is not right
Yeah.
for her, fucking rebuilt that sword and gave it to Aragorn and was like, "You are the king, you can do this. Bring back." Oh, I the way I screamed when those ghosts came out,
When
I said
Aragorn was crying?
he
Mm,
was like, "Please." He was like, "Please." What did he say? What did he say in the cave? He's like, what will you do?" Or like,
yeah.
"What do you say? What do
"What
you say?"
say you?"
Oh my god, and nobody was saying
No
shit,
one
and I
was
was
saying
like,
shit, and then they had to leave because they were bringing that shit down, and the second he had a breath of fresh air and saw them ships, he, like, broke down. His
"Oh yeah."
You never see Aragorn break
He
down
was
the
like, "I
entire
failed.
time.
I
Yeah, after
failed."
everything.
And then that motherfucker came through the wall and he was like,
We'll
"Let's do."
fight.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, the way I like put my arm in the air and I was like, "Yeah!" I was
Did
like
you
every time they showed up, I was like, "Yes."
Did you just love the scene when they were interrogating the people on the ship and Aragorn goes, "Shoot them a warning shot, Legolas," and he does, and Gimli goes, "Don't miss," and hits him, and he shoots the guy, and he goes, "That was
Well,
your
that was a
warning shot."
warning. Yeah.
Legolas was like
I was like,
the
"Let's
amount
don't
of
go."
edits, Kim, the
And
amount of fan edits of
Legolas,
that scene.
when Legolas, when he was like, "Legolas," and I was like, "Do your parkour, parkour," and he did his
He
parkour. I was
served.
like, he
He
was
served.
jumping up and down, killing them all, riding that elephant. It was amazing. It was cinematically beautiful. The battle scenes normally bore me. Every battle scene in this movie, I was hooked because I
Yeah,
was like,
they're
"Who
so
is somebody
good.
gonna die?" When the king daddy dies
Yeah.
and his daughter fucking defeats that whatever creature, and she goes, "I am no man."
Yeah, he goes,
I
"No
was
man
like,
can kill me," and
uh-huh.
she goes, "I
In my
ain't no
head
man."
in my head, I was like, "She is not a man, that is a woman." And she went and she killed him. I was like, "Yes." And she went to her daddy, and then she was dead. Okay, I was confused. So did she die?
No, so she wasn't dead. She was almost as if, do you remember when Frodo got stabbed by that blade?
We have to talk. Okay,
It
yes.
was like that.
Okay,
The same effect because
okay. When that
when
thing
he
like hit him right her.
yeah, when it touched her.
So, oh, because when Aragorn sees her arms and
Mhm.
then he does whatever he does.
Yeah.
But when what is his name? Urban? I
His
don't know. But
name.
what's his Carl Urban?
Yeah. Oh
When
my
Carl
god.
Urban runs and screams at his sister. It's his sister?
Yes. Aramor. That's his name.
I
Aramir
At first I thought he
or
was screaming
whatever.
because his daddy died. And then I realized it's the sister on the field
Mhm.
and he
That
My
scene.
heart. I was like, Carl Urban, what? And Aragon is just looking around, like taking it all in, like, holy crap, like what is the outcome of this war? Like, what
Yeah.
has happened? I lost it.
His acting was so good in that scene.
But when those green ghosts from SpongeBob showed up,
From SpongeBob,
I was like, yes, and you could see that.
Davy Jones' locker.
Yeah, when they came out from Davy Jones' locker, because that's what I thought. They're all green. And you see them flooding this place. I was so happy. I was
Yeah.
like, kill them all, kill all these orcs, kill everybody. I was happy that the daddy, evil dad, got caught on fire and fell off a fucking
But don't you just love when Gandalf smacked him with his fucking staff and said, "Get
everything.
your shit together, dude. We're
Everything
not
Gandalf,
doing this."
everything Gandalf did to this man, I loved. I
Yeah.
laughed so hard. I said, Gandalf, put him in his place and Gandalf's like, because he was like, send them back. Tell them to come back, retreat, retreat. And Gandalf's like, hold your ground. Like, we will
Yeah.
fight. Do not listen to this crybaby man.
Literally. The worst king.
He said, we will pour that oil over him. I said,
I know.
what
I
the
was like,
fuck?
Faramir.
I was like, wake up, wake up.
I know how the scene ends, that scene, how it plays out, but I still always get nervous for Faramir because I'm like, yo, you're just knocked out and like you don't know any of this is happening.
Oh my the heads, when they threw all those heads over
Yeah.
to the wall, I was like, savage. That's petty as fuck. What else? Oh, and then you had the guy who looked like from the Goonies, that orc.
Oh yeah.
Because you know Sean Easton's in it. So I was like, how funny if Sean Easton like saw him, was like, hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
That was funny. What else is funny? There was I can't God, there was so
There's
many
so many good
things.
scenes.
Yeah, there's too many and so many that I cannot. I felt so sad when they all went back to the Shire and nobody cared. They don't know. They don't know what these men did for them.
Actually, okay, so in not in the book, well, I guess it is in the book, but also
The
like
lore.
Tolkien's letters.
Okay,
When
let's
they go
hear it.
back to the Shires, Sam becomes mayor.
Oh, that's so
I
coded
know.
for him.
Sam becomes mayor, he marries Rosie Cotton,
I
they
love
have
it.
8 kids or whatever.
Love it.
A lot of them are named after the Fellowship people, obviously.
Love
Merry and Pippin become like, I wanna say, like, the guards to
the Shire.
the Shire, because
Love
when
that
they go to
even
the
more.
Shire, it's actually, like, somewhat affected by the orcs and stuff, so
Yes.
they, like, pretty much clear out any of the bad guys and stuff, so they're, like, anointed
I
as,
love
like, the
that.
chiefs of the
We are
Shire,
terrified. We do so much.
and then obviously you know what happens to Frodo, so
Okay, so I have a question.
yes.
That boat, is that
Mhm.
them going to heaven? Like, what is the
Yeah,
deal with
so
that? Is it
it's
their death boat?
considered, so they're going to the Grey Havens, which is part of the Middle-earth lore. So the elves come from this place called Valinor, and it's a little island right outside, like, far away from Middle-earth, and
Mhm.
that's where elves came from.
Is that
And
where
that's
Elrond
kinda
was
where,
trying
like,
to
the gods
send
and
his
stuff. Yeah.
daughter?
Yeah, because the time of elves are done, so the elves, they have a choice of whether they wanna stay on Middle-earth or go to Valinor, but they are always welcome to go to Valinor. But you need, like, a specific boat, I guess,
Mhm.
to handle that type of trip.
Mhm.
O Only elves are able to do that. The hobbits are the first to ever. So
Yes.
Bilbo and Frodo are the first.
Bilbo!
I know.
Old
And he's like,
Bilbo!
and he goes, "I think it's time for another adventure." And I said, "Go and see your mans.
You know, I
Go and see
cried.
your
You know
man."
I love Bilbo. I cried so hard.
I
And when
know.
Bilbo and who does he walk there with? He's, like, holding hands. I think it's, like, with Elrond or Gandalf.
I think it is
I think it's
Elrond
Elrond. I was like, "This
because
is so
Gandalf
cute."
stays behind to collect Frodo.
We are in a full circle moment. I
I
was
know.
like, "So cute."
So it's said by, like, legend and lore and, like, people talk. I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but Valinor, the place where they go, is kind of like, it's like heaven, an
Okay.
eternal rest of some sort where
And when
there's no
Frodo
pain, there's no
decides to
suffering.
go.
Yeah. Frodo decides to go because the effect that the ring had on him was just too much to bear.
Mhm.
And so Elrond was like, "You literally saved Middle Earth. You have we're granting you this gift of choosing if you want to come with us or not. And Frodo was like, I have to because he doesn't want to
He's
live
so empty.
like,
He's
yeah.
so empty.
There's a piece of him that the ring took with
Yeah.
him when it burned, and it's just like, I don't know. It's so,
I know, it was so sad when he was saying his goodbyes to Merry, Pippin, and Sam was like, "Mr. Frodo, you're not going."
yeah,
He's like, "No, this is for you. There's pages here for your story and your journey, and I would love to read the story of Sam."
I know. Yeah, it's so, oh, it's so sad. Merry and Pippin become the chiefs,
I
and they
love that
actually
for
end
them.
up traveling to Gondor to spend their last days with Aragorn, and they died
I love
there. Yeah,
that.
and so they go there. Sam stays in the Shire and runs the Shire, and I think his kids become mayor and set like a lineage thing. But he has all those kids. He married Rosie Cotton,
He wouldn't have done
and
any of that if he didn't go on this journey.
yeah, because it was all courage, and he didn't know if he had it, and he was like, "Listen, I carried Mr. Frodo up to that Mordor." And she said, "Tell me more."
Uh, I need to take a moment to talk about the fucking spider.
Disgusting.
When Frodo got fucking stabbed,
Yeah.
I said, "Is he gonna die?" I was so sad, and then that fucking thing was spitting his body.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh my god." I said, "Hagrid, get your spider. Like, what
Hagrid.
is your spider's in the wrong realm."
Yeah.
And I just was shocked. And then when Sam opens the web and it's Frodo's face, I was
Yeah.
terrified. I said, "Frodo, you look scary as fuck."
Yeah, he looks scary.
And then the orcs come in and they're like, "No, he's just paralyzed." Like,
Yeah.
and then when he's like shirtless and he's like, like tied up.
Yeah.
And then when that one fucking smiley, evil fucking creature was like, and
Oh, yeah.
he holds up.
He holds the I said
I said,
immediately.
"That is not yours, sir."
That guy is so creepy.
And
That's an
when
extended
Aragorn rode
edition.
next to him and was like, and he goes, "I do not believe it." He's like,
Yeah.
"For Frodo, we will fight."
That speech is so good
My
for
God.
Frodo.
And I kept thinking, but the wars, the battle and wars that these men have gone through while Frodo and Sam are just with Gollum walking through the wars and the battles that these men go through
I
for
know.
Frodo.
Literally for Frodo.
And what the fuck is with this eye as like a lighthouse? It was
It's
like,
not it's that's Sauron. That's his
that shit was
body is in
crazy.
there. Yeah, and wherever his eye is where his army will go.
That is insane.
Yeah, it's so good.
And Gollum.
And can we talk about when Gimli was like, "I never thought I would die side by side with an
How about a
elf."
friend?
What about side by side with a friend? I cry.
I always told you
I
Gimli was
get
the most
goosebumps.
woke, advanced dwarf
He
there
really was.
was.
No, come on. Thorin loved Bilbo.
Truly.
And Killy loved an elf, okay?
Truly.
He's on the list, but he isn't the only one.
Yeah.
I love that scene. That's something that if I were to have, like, if Katie loved The Lord of the Rings, like, I would have that tattooed on us. Like, or you know what I mean? Like, I want someone that would have that tattooed with me because, like, what do you mean? What do you mean they hated
and I
each
love how
other?
they still do their thing where they count their deaths.
Yeah.
And Legolas kills all those people and that Oliphant, and he goes, "It still counts as one."
Yeah.
He just runs off.
He's like, "That's just one," and then just keeps going. Legolas is like,
I was like, "Oh my God."
"Bitch."
But tell me why when he was doing that and he's counting and then he stops counting because he's killing all of them. In my mind, I was like, let's round it to 50. Like,
Yeah.
I literally thought, I was like,
Just round it up.
to 50.
Yeah, just round it up.
This movie.
It was so good.
It was so good. I hate you.
It's so good.
know.
I don't know. There's so much in the movie that's just so,
I know.
and that's why I said this is the best one out of the
Yeah.
franchise because it's just it's like never ending greatness.
Mhm.
It's so good. And and I cry multiple times for different reasons. And it's amazing.
And you know I don't cry in these movies.
I know. Okay, so if you were to out of all the crazy scenes that you've had, if you were to choose one to be your favorite,
That's tough.
I know. You gotta choose one.
I don't know what it is, but there was something about these ghosts showing up. Like Aragon was like, "Yo, I got it." Like we are gonna every time they showed up, I got so happy because I knew they were gonna end the war. Like,
Yeah.
they are the ones that are gonna kill this orc. This war is gonna stop. People stop dying, please. That part made me I don't know why, it made me so happy. These fucking ghosts from SpongeBob, like, they made
Yeah.
me so happy. I don't know. I truly don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
every 30 minutes there was a good scene. Like, you know how, like, movies back in the day were, like, DVDs
Mhm.
and there was, like, chapters? Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter
Yeah.
3 like, every chapter there was at least one good scene.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? I mean,
It's iconic.
the end is, like, intense.
The end is perfect when they all kneel to the
Yes!
hobbits. The music is amazing. The scene of, like, just seeing them so small and everyone's
Mhm,
just bowing to them, and it pans out to the,
mhm,
like, mountains of people.
mhm.
So good. So it's
Facts.
either gonna be that scene or it is gonna be the scene where Gandalf is talking to Pippin about how it's not the end and there's
That was
another
so sad, and
journey and
because you know,
stuff,
Pippin be
and
like or Gandalf is like, "Pippin, you are such a fool. You
yeah,
annoy me
that's one of the
every day
the
you annoy me."
yeah, because I fucking hate your ass, but
Yeah,
listen,
truly.
I that's one of the reasons why I love it so much is because Gandalf is Pippin's number 1 hater,
Mhm.
and but Gandalf was the person to comfort Pippin and give
In
him
his
that,
own
like,
when he thinks
of
it's his last
courage.
minute yeah.
When Pippin finds Merry on the battlefield, I literally lose it, even though I know Pippin doesn't die or Merry doesn't die, the way that Pippin is like, "I'm not gonna leave you, like, I'm here." It's
Their
so good because Merry
growth
starts that movie off with him saying that Pippin is always following Merry, and
yeah,
Merry is
yeah.
the one always protecting him, and it's just
Mhm.
a r roles reverse scene, and it's
He's like,
like,
"I knew you would
it's
find
a
me."
parallel.
I
Yeah.
know!
"I knew you would find me" kills me because, like, yeah, like,
It was so
I
good. It
love
was
the
so
Labubu.
good. Labubu's, they did their thing.
I love the
They
Labubus.
did their thing.
They really did.
With their little
Aw.
vests, their
I
colorful
know.
vests. They're so
Well,
cute.
I hate it.
Me too, I hate it so much.
I hate it so bad. Okay. So I'm gonna go through the list of differences or changes that were made from the book, the Return of the King book and movie. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay,
The
okay.
first one is Prince Imrahil. Okay.
Okay.
So Prince Imrahil is the Prince of Dol Amroth, and he has a huge presence in the Lord of the Rings books, but he was just completely cut from the movie. So he
Okay.
was a Dunedain of Gondor, which is like that title alone is just important because Aragorn was a ranger of the north and he was a group of the Númenórean descendant Dunedains, which is his like bloodline, I guess. But there wasn't much explanation on the Dunedains or the Númenórean descendants.
Okay.
So like when people watch the movie and they don't read the book, they're like, I don't know what a Dunedain means. Is it because he's old? You know what I mean? You know,
Y
remember when Arwen was like, You're a Dunedain.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So there was another one and his name was Prince Imrahil, and he's like I think he's in Gondor and he fights in Gondor. And he's like he's like someone that talks to Aragorn a lot. But they didn't put him in there and I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't put him in there cuz he did have a lot of scenes. I don't know. Another one is that Gimli, how
Mhm.
he's like kind of the comedic relief. In the book, he's like nothing like that at all because in the book he is very true dwarf. Like he's
Yeah, he's
very
not woke.
yeah. But the movie kind of in okay, this one it says that the movie sold him short to a certain
Mhm.
extent by giving him funny lines, but like people love the funny lines and it's a good way to show their character development. So I have no
Issue. I love
yeah,
it.
I
I
have
love
no issue
him.
with it. But Tolkien kind of wrote Gimli in like a serious tone, so I think they wanted to take him seriously, but in
Mhm.
the movie, you still take him seriously, but you also see him as like, "Oh, Gimli." You know what I mean? Like you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"I'm not
yeah.
afraid of you," in the sense of like, you'll kill me or anything. Like I trust you with my drink. Like that's the type of vibe I get, so I don't know.
I love
Um
it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna read this word for word because this
Okay.
is okay. So Gimli and Legolas probably had the second most important bromance in the Lord of the Rings, with
True.
Frodo and Sam's relationship taking first place. Gimli and Legolas made friends throughout the novel, and this was fully solidified by part 3. So in the when I was talking about when he was like, "Oh, what about side by side with a friend?" So in the third part of the Return of the King, Gimli and Legolas made a good on their promises to each other to travel to their respective bucket list locations. So they literally were like, "Let's combine our bucket list and like see where it goes." So Gimli took Legolas to the Glittering Caves, which would have been really cool to see because this is all in the book.
Yeah.
And it foreshadows Gimli's later colonizing of that realm. Like Gimli actually ends up taking over the Glittering Caves for the dwarves, and he becomes the Lord. And then Legolas took Gimli on his travels through Fanghorn Forest, providing their friendship surpassed all boundaries of Lord of the Rings. So they all traveled through the forest with the talking trees and the
Oh
Ents,
my
and
god.
Legolas was teaching him about the trees, and it was just a good bromance. And that's what happens after they fight, like when they go to the Shire and
Yeah.
stuff, like, Legolas and Gimli go on this, like, bromance vacation, and,
I
like,
love that. I
nobody
wanna
thought
read it.
yeah,
I want
I know.
more.
It's in the book, they, like, have a small section in part 3 where they talk about it, but, yeah, they have a whole thing. Gimli and Legolas are, like, the best duo ever.
I love it.
Because you
I
mean to sit here
love
and
that.
tell me dwarves are not allowed into the Grey Havens, but Legolas said, "I'm bringing my homeboy, I'm building a boat." He built a boat
Mhm.
to sail to the Grey Havens with Gimli, and I think that's true friendship.
I and that is true friendship.
And that is true friendship. Another one is Faramir and Eowyn's romance. So in Return of the King, we don't really see too much of their romance. We see that they're together, but we don't really get like detail or
Update.
background on it. Yeah, so Faramir and Eowyn had a tough time despite being Gondorian and Rohirrim. They struggled despite being like two of the story's biggest heroes, right? But
Yeah.
they just like they had, like, a lot of issues, like, determining if they should be together or not because
Oh,
they're
no.
from Gondor and they're from Rohan, even though they're of
Mhm.
the same realm in the sense, they're 2 different royalties.
Yes.
With Gondor is symbolic of the ancient friendship between men and elves, and then the Rohirrim symbolize, like, men
Man,
only. Yeah, so the union between the 2 was, like
a big deal.
it was a big deal, yeah, but it's very Tolkien-esque because Tolkien is known for his romance like, when he writes romance, he's known for it to be of 2 different races, like forbidden love almost, so,
Mm.
yeah. But we don't get a lot of it, we really just kinda see
And
them.
that's fine with me. That's all I needed was to
Yeah.
just see it.
The other one is when Homeboy Saruman died.
That was literally the best, most satisfying thing ever, and I also love when that creepy other guy came out and he was like and the king was like, "You do not have to follow him." And he's like, "I won't." And he's like, "You will shut up and do as I say." And
Yeah,
he was
Worm
like,
Tongue.
"I'm gonna freaking stab you." And then Legolas was like, dead.
Yeah, literally. Okay, so in the book, Saruman died near the end of the book and
Ew.
not yeah. So he appears just as, like, a shriveled up, like, dark soul,
Like he's
okay?
losing it.
Yeah, pretty much, and then his heart just fails in a sense. So
My
he
lord.
yeah, it's a little more descriptive in the book,
No, this
but
was way
Peter
better. I
Jackson was like,
loved
"Let's just
this.
show his death.
Yeah.
Let's just do
Let's
it."
show it and drown him and show his little booties.
Yeah. Yeah, going into the water. So good. Okay, so the other one is that mouth guy, the mouth of Sauron. Yeah,
That's
that
all it
one.
was.
Literally.
He would deliver news and he'd be like
Yeah,
smile.
like, he but he would be like
And then
and
they
I'm
were
like,
like, "Oh." Yeah, their faces.
literally,
They're like,
it's disgusting. Okay, let's see. It says that Aragorn the mouth of Sauron was a diplomat seeking to speak to another diplomat, and Aragorn's betrayal of this unspoken truce in Return of the King was a kingly faux pas. I don't know what that means. Although
mhm.
Aragorn was an outstanding soldier, gratuitous violence was out of character for him. So the mouth of Sauron was a diplomat seeking to speak to another diplomat. And Aragorn is portrayed as this person that doesn't really get triggered by things like that, but I guess in the
Oh, it
movie, they were
triggered
like,
him.
"Need to
He
trigger
cut his head.
him."
Mhm.
Yeah, so I guess in the book, Aragorn doesn't kill him. I can't remember.
I don't know, but this is way better.
It's so
Aragorn was
much
like, "We do not have time for this." Like, and I
literally.
love how what's his name was like, and that's I guess that's it for negotiations.
Yeah,
Like, he was like,
but I guess we're done here.
yeah.
Moving on.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Denethor, which is the crazy king, Faramir's dad. Okay, so Denethor was a vile specimen of humanity in Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings,
I
which is
hated
a
him
miracle of filmmaking. Yeah, he's
so
horrible.
hardcore.
But this is a misrepresentation of the scarred but noble king of the novel. So in the book, when Pippin is like, "I'll be loyal to you and I'll swear my word," it doesn't make sense for Pippin to do that for someone so bad and so vile and just disgusting. In the
Mhm.
book, he's not abusive or like he's not shitty. I mean, he is kind of shitty, but he's also not at the same time.
Yeah.
Denethor is presented in the book as, like, a noble heart of Gondor, where he, like, literally, like he's just a tired old man, and that's how he's described in the book. In the movie, he's, like, a psycho. He's, like, eating nasty
I
tomatoes, making
cannot handle
Pippin
this
dance
man.
and sing for him, like
No, I
yeah,
could not handle him at
yeah,
all.
it's
I wanted him
literally
to
absurd.
die.
He fell off that fucking
I wanted him
cliff.
to die way early. Like, his death was so satisfying.
I
Like,
wanted him
yes,
to die when as soon as I saw him.
as soon as I saw him sitting in that chair, slouching,
Oh
just
god.
annoying, I could not handle it. The moment I saw him, I was like, "Boy, first of all, your receding hairline is ridiculous.
It's so bad.
You're ugly." Like, I hate you.
You're ugly.
You're ugly. How is Boromir and Faramir your son? It obviously came to from the mother. Like, you're annoying.
Literally.
Die. Die. And he did.
And he did.
Gracefully. Not even gracefully, he ran.
Yeah.
He ran out there as fire.
He was like, "You know what? I'm going down with a bang."
And he did. Oh my god.
Okay, and the last one here we've already kind of talked about. Frodo, Sam, and Mary and
Mhm.
Pippin return home to the Shire,
Mhm.
but they were instead met with Saruman's invasion of the Shire, foreseen by Sam in Galadriel's mirror, and
Yeah.
which is seen in Frodo in the movie. Frodo is the one that sees through the mirror, and this is known as like the scourging of the Shire, and it was like a huge deal in the end of the book, and that's kind of what leads into like the hobbits
Being more.
finding their rightful place in the Shire. But Peter Jackson was like, we're just gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it. There's no need for that because
It's
that's
too
already
much.
yeah, that's already a lot. But I mean, it would have been nice to have it in there just to kind of show like what happened because people always ask like
Because it
what
was
happens
so
to them.
sad. The
Yeah.
fact that they just seem so when they're at that pub compared to the beginning when they're at the pub and then compared to now where they're at the pub, it's sad because I'm just like, you guys are so happy that this one hobbit has this big ass pumpkin, but like, do you even realize that these hobbits saved your lives? Do you know what I mean? It was so sad. And then I still loved it.
Yeah. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
I know.
Are you ready for what I have for you?
No, wait. I
Okay.
want to talk about this is I've been waiting until we finished it to talk about like
Okay.
because I know I've been bringing it up of like what happens to them, but I have a legit breakdown of what happens to the fellowship. Okay.
Yes. Please.
Okay, after everything. Okay,
Okay.
so Frodo, bearing the scars of his journey, eventually sails to the Undying Lands,
Got it.
obviously. But in the book, it's accompanied by Samwise, who follows him many years later. So I guess after Sam has his family and everything, he just decides to go to the
He says
Undying
bye
Lands. Yeah.
bye. Interesting.
Both Merry and Pippin return to the Shire, with Merry becoming the Master of Buckland and Pippin becoming the Thane of the Shire. They both
I
eventually
love
die and are
that.
buried in Gondor. So they ended up having these noble names. They travel together to Gondor, spend their last moments with Aragorn,
I love
and they
that.
die and they're buried there. Yeah, and I think they have a kingly burial too. I think they have like
As they
yeah.
should.
Aragorn obviously remains the king of the United Kingdom. He ruled for 120 years
He lived so
after. So
long.
yes. Yeah, well, he's a Dunedain, and Dunedains live for a long time.
Long.
Like, they were
Okay.
blessed by elves for long
Okay.
life, yeah. Um, Legolas and Gimli, these two remained close friends, traveling together to
Yes.
various locations in Middle-earth, including Fanghorn Forest and the Glittering Caves.
Mhm.
Legolas later established a colony of elves in Ithilien, where Gimli led a colony of dwarves to the Glittering Caves. Ultimately, they both sailed to Valinor, with Gimli becoming the first and only dwarf to do so, thanks to the hands of Legolas, who built a boat specifically for their journey.
The
I know.
friendship is so strong.
So
I would
good.
love a side story on them.
I
Just
know.
when all there's I wanna watch them.
It's so good.
Give me a TV series of what they got going on.
Oh my god. Okay, so while not explicitly mentioned in the context of the Fellowship's dissolution, Gandalf has been resurrected as Gandalf the White, continued to guide and advise the free peoples of Middle Earth. So he's still
Okay, because
Gandalf, but
he did
yeah,
with Frodo in the movie. He
he
was
said,
like, "Frodo,
he
we
said,
done,
"My time
baby."
is done." He goes,
Frodo's
"My
like,
hair is cut. I'm over. I gotta go see Dumby. I can't."
"Dumbledore's waiting for me at the train station. I gotta go. I gotta go."
Yep. And so, yeah, so that's what happens with our lovely little
I
fellowship
love
here.
them.
I know, I love them so much. I know.
Makes me so happy. Question: did Frodo's finger grow back?
No.
Okay, because in the movie he had both fingers at the end when he
Yeah,
said
let's
goodbye.
say it's
And
just a
it,
mistake because sometimes
I thought
sometimes this man does not have blue eyes when he should be
I
having
don't
blue
look into
eyes.
his eyes. I look at his fingers, but I
Okay.
I thought his hand grew back, his finger, because he was going on the ship. Like
I don't
he
think
became all whole.
I don't think that's how that works.
So it's an editing
It's
issue. Got
unconfirmed, yeah.
it.
It's unconfirmed. Maybe
Okay.
Tolkien wrote it in there, he grew it back, who knows?
No,
A hidden letter.
it's how you want it to be. Okay, so I've got a game of Who Said It Middle Earth Edition.
Okay.
I will say a quote and you tell me who said it. There's 15 of them.
Oh, Jesus,
Are
okay.
you ready? Okay. Even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
Gandalf.
Okay.
Okay.
I would have gone with you to the end. Into the
Aragorn.
very okay, let me finish.
Into
The
the
very fires of
very
Mordor.
fires of Mordor.
I
Anyways,
love that.
yes, continue.
Okay. One does not simply walk into Mordor.
Boromir. And he said,
I hate you.
"One does not simply walk into Mordor." He's got them sunglasses on and
Truth,
everything.
the truth. Okay, if more of us valued food and cheer and sang above hoarded gold, it would be a merrier world.
Thorin
Bilbo.
said it to him.
That's okay. Calm down.
Oh,
That is
look at
okay.
him putting his man.
Okay, I am no man.
Eowyn.
There we go. It is a dangerous business, Frodo. Going out your door, you step onto the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where you might be swept off to.
Gandalf.
Bilbo.
Cute.
I know.
I love them.
You shall not pass.
Gandalf.
Never laugh at live dragons, Bilbo, you fool.
Never laugh at live dragons.
Bilbo, you
Bilbo.
fool.
Is it Gandalf?
It's Thorin.
What?
Yeah. It's
When
a quote
does
that Thorin
he say that?
says.
I
A
know.
wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Gandalf says that.
I've got a thirst to quench and an arrow to loose.
Is that Legolas?
It's I've got a thirst to quench and an arrow to
I said,
loose.
okay, honey, quench that thirst. Damn.
I am going to die before I finish this song if I don't drink something.
I am going to die before I finish this song.
Yeah, if I don't drink something.
It's got to be either Merry or Pippin or one of the dwarves from
It's
The
Gimli.
Hobbit. No way. When does he sing?
I don't know. I just do it. I will not say, do not weep, for not all tears are an evil.
Gandalf.
No, it's Frodo.
Gandalf says that in the movies.
But it
At
says it's
the
Frodo.
end.
Hold on. Let me just double check.
He says it to the hobbits when he says bye, and they're crying.
It was Frodo.
In the book, it was probably Frodo.
Okay. Maybe.
Hmm,
I know.
that's sad.
It is Gandalf, though. I
Yeah.
will leave it for you. That was weird. That was weird. Okay, this one is we must take a hard road to reach Erebor, but I will see it done.
We must take a hard. Hold on. Gandalf to Thorin?
It's Thorin who says it
Who Gandalf?
to one of the dwarves.
To Balin.
Yes, to Balin.
Says it to
Good job.
Balin in the Hobbit hole when they first
Yes.
meet Bilbo.
Yes.
I was thinking of the scene when Gandalf approaches Thorin and Bree.
It's like they all say their own lines.
I know.
Okay, final one. If more of us love gold less, the world will be a brighter and warmer.
Is it Thorin?
And who does he say it to?
Bilbo.
To Bilbo.
His last words to Bilbo, and Bilbo quotes it.
I know.
You can't tell me they don't love each other.
I know. I love it.
I love
I have another game.
Okay.
It is scene or not a scene. So you tell me if it's a scene or not a scene from the movie, from any one of the movies.
Including The Hobbit?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So is this a scene or is all you have to say is scene or not a scene? If you can name the movie, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Frodo hides in a barrel to escape the elves in Mirkwood.
That's not a scene. It's not Frodo. It's Bilbo. Actually, and Bilbo doesn't even hide in the barrel. He just goes straight down.
Gandalf.
The desolate, what is it?
You almost got tricked. You're like,
I
that
know.
is Frodo.
I said, wrong Baggins.
Gandalf fights the Balrog in the mines of Moria.
Yes. Scene. You shall not pass.
Bilbo challenges Smaug to a riddle contest inside the Lonely Mountain.
Not Smaug. It's Gollum.
Legolas slides down a hill on a shield during the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Not a hill. He slides down stairs on a shield.
Good
and he
job.
said,
I loved it so hardcore.
Serving space.
Aragorn rides into Mordor with the army of the dead.
No. He doesn't ride to Mordor. He rides to Minas Tirith.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
You're like, these are scenes, but they're not.
They're scenes, but they're wrong.
Yes. Gandalf and Saruman have a wizard duel atop Orthanc.
In Isengard?
I guess. Do they have?
Yeah, they have a duel,
wizard?
yeah.
Is that
well,
what
I mean, that's when he's like beating him up. Yeah, that's when he's beating him up.
Okay, a scene or not scene. And if it's not a scene, I wish it was. Thorin sings a song about gold while brushing his hair.
It's not a scene, but I really wish that they put
Maybe
that
that's
on
a deleted scene.
Listen here. There's a
deleted scene
scene
of him sitting there on top of his gold, like braiding it.
I love Bilbo. There's the scene in The Hobbit, the very first one, when they're talking about Thorin and what happens, and he's hammering, he's forging that sword. That scene was supposed to be shirtless. I want you to know that this is an executive decision they made. Because his body wasn't dwarf enough. I said, who cares?
Hello, I would love to see that.
So would Bilbo. Come on.
Yeah. Frodo and Sam encounter a giant spider in Mirkwood.
No, not in they're not in Mirkwood.
Where do they see the spider?
They're in Mordor.
There you go. Gollum steals the ring from Frodo in the Dead Marshes.
The Dead Marshes?
The Dead
Marshes is where that
Those
lake
river?
is. Yeah. No.
No, he wants to, but he does not.
He plots.
He thought Smaug flies over Lake Town and attacks it with fire.
Yeah.
Gandalf drinks tea with the hobbits at Bag End after the adventure.
No.
No, I wish though.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Okay, Legolas and Gimli race downstairs at Helm's Deep counting kills.
They're not racing downstairs. They're just counting their kills.
I would love to see that scene happen though. Gimli's like, wait. Legolas is on his shield. Sliding.
That's the true Avengers right there.
Finally, Thorin dies after the Battle of Five Armies.
Yeah.
You're like, it is one of the Sato scenes.
That's the scene I wish was not one.
I know. Okay, and then the final game is who said it? Gandalf or Dumbledore?
Yes! Okay,
G or D.
G
or D. Okay. Who said it? Even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
G.
Yeah, that's right. Don't pity the dead, pity the living, and above all, those who live without love.
D.
Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light.
D.
Did you say D as in Dumbledore?
Dumbledore?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Many that live deserve death, and some that die deserve life. Can you give it to them?
Gandalf said it to Frodo. He said it to Frodo when they were in Morai, and he didn't know which way to go.
It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live.
D.
Yes.
Yeah.
A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Gandalf.
If it's giving Princess Diaries. A queen is never late. Everybody is simply early.
Exactly.
And then finally, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us.
Gandalf?
Yes. It is our choices that show what we truly are for more than our abilities.
Dumbledore.
Yes! G or D. Okay, those are my games.
So good.
You did so
Love it.
good.
Thank you so much. I know my stuff.
You know your stuff. I'm so happy for you. Let's rate these bad boys.
Yes. I'm so excited. Okay, you didn't read the book, but I will rate the book.
Okay.
Where is my thing at?
It's at the
Okay, this
bottom.
makes sense, yeah. So I rate the book, I give it a 4.5 out of 5
I love that.
because it's so good. It gives you the action and what happens after,
I
and
love
I love
it.
it.
I love it.
And what do you rate the movie?
5 out of 5. I woke up thinking about this movie.
I
I
win.
loved it
I win
so
life.
hard.
I win at life.
If this movie is a 5 out of 5, my overall rating for all 3 movies, I believe, is like a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah,
This movie was so good.
so
At the
good.
end of it, I said, "I get it," and I wanted
Yeah,
more. I didn't want it to end. I wanted it to keep
yes!
going.
I want the
I wanted
hyperfixation
the
to take over.
4 hours to go into 8 hours.
Now
Like,
I can
no.
send you all of the Lord of the Rings edits because I tried so hard not to send you any edits that had
I
any of the movie in it that you haven't seen yet.
I see it all over our TikTok, and I love every single one of them. I love this movie. I, Kimberly, co-host of this podcast, Page to Picture, who has never, ever, ever, ever seen these movies, love The Lord of the Rings, and I love The Hobbit. I love them all.
Aren't they
I
just
get
so
it.
I love
5
them.
out of 5.
I love them. Oh, I give
Add
it a
this
5
to
out
my
of 5
Harry
too.
Potter. I love it.
It's so good. I win at life. Okay, I also rated a 5 out of 5 for
Naturally.
obvious reasons, very naturally. So where are we putting this
Well, I only have
on?
one spot, which is number 2, and I think that's rightfully so
Yeah,
because
because
I
you love The Hobbit.
truly love The Hobbit. I
I love The
love
Hobbit.
The Hobbit. I
I
could
love The
watch
Hobbit.
all 3. I was telling Jose when we were watching it, when we were watching Lord of the Rings, I was like, "You would love The Hobbit."
I wanna be there when we watch if he
Randomly
watches The
bringing it up for
Hobbit,
no reason.
I wanna be there when he watches it because it's just so good, and I know he would love it.
It was so good. Lord of the Rings 3: Return of the King is number 2 on my list, rightfully so.
Yep.
And you? Is it number 1 in your movie?
The movie is number 1,
Yeah,
and the book is number 2. I just
rightfully so.
I love it. It's so good. I know. And mine's, like, all over the place.
Yeah, but mine, like, truly makes sense to how I feel.
Yeah, so Kim has at number 1, she has the Hobbit book and the Hobbit movie.
Mhm,
At number 2, she has all of Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King book and
mhm,
movie.
mhm.
And then number 3 is Lord of the Rings, Two Towers book and movie. And then number 4 is Lord of the Rings, 1 book and movie.
Yeah, it goes
It just
backwards.
yeah,
It
and I
truly goes
love it.
backwards.
It truly does. And I have the Hobbit movie and the Lord of the Return of the King
Movie.
movie at number 1.
Mhm,
I have Lord of the Rings, the first movie, and Lord of the Rings, Return of the King book at number 2.
mhm,
And then for number 3, I have the Hobbit book and the Lord of the Rings 1 book.
mhm.
And then at number 4, I have Lord of the Rings number 1 movie and the Lord of the Rings Two Towers
Yeah, book.
book. Yes, okay.
Yeah, the first movie, it's an intro. It's an
I
intro.
love the first
It's
movie
very
because
good. I feel like
yeah,
that's what people know when they think of Lord of the Rings. It's that movie.
yeah,
But this movie hits, and you truly have to watch all 3 to truly get to the
yeah.
emotional level that
Yeah,
you have to be at the
you
end.
really just can't skip it unless you know it by heart, like, I could skip it.
I feel like I'm comfortable enough to skip them, and I can watch all 3 Hobbits and then just jump to the 3rd
Yeah,
movie. That's how I
it's
feel.
just so good, and I love everything. So now you know why I wanna live in New Zealand and why I wanna live in the Middle Earth
Yeah.
realm, why I see myself as a elf dwarf hybrid, and why I ship these men.
I love them. I love them. I
So
get it.
good.
Great month. You did a great job. This was awesome.
Yeah.
With that being said, that wraps up our time in the Shire. That wraps up our journey
Our
with
journey through Middle
Hobbitses,
Earth, our
with
hobbitses.
Gandalf, with Gollum, with our elves, our men. Ugh,
The
the
dwarves!
dwarves. Tiff,
I
this
love the
was your
dwarves.
birthday month. We dedicated this entire month to you. Everything you loved about Lord of the Rings, The Hobbits. Really am so happy we did this.
I know, me too.
My perspective has changed. And
Good.
so I'm so happy.
And
This
now
was a
you'll
great
never watch
month.
a fantasy movie the same ever again.
This was a great month of podcast. I loved doing this one.
Me too. I know. If you enjoyed today's episode, please make sure to subscribe, rate, and leave a review wherever you listen to your podcast. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Official Patient Picture for all things books, movie adaptations, kings,
Lord of the
and
Rings.
more. Next month is gonna be Kim's month, which
Okay.
I'm excited for.
Let me share a little with you. So first, next month is officially September. It is my birthday month, which I am very excited for. But next Monday is a very, very special episode. It is our anniversary episode, 1 year of doing this podcast. This episode is going to be the funniest. We have so many things planned.
So much.
I can just see myself laughing nonstop. We have posted on our Instagram. If you would like to make any comments, if you have questions for us, let us know on our Instagram, threads, whatever, and we will answer and share them all on this episode. It is going to be fun. It is our anniversary episode. So I'm very excited for that. And then we are leaving the Shire and we are going to the maze. We are hitting
Hitting up the maze.
We are hitting Maze Runner, which is my all-time favorite movie.
With Littlefinger.
With Littlefinger, with Dylan O'Brien, with Eyebrows. It's truly my favorite.
I love Will Poulter.
We all know I love Harry Potter, which is fine and dandy, but we've already covered Harry Potter. So what is my
the next best thing?
Maze Runner. I am truly excited. Tiff has not seen the movies.
I haven't read the books either, so.
The books, oh my God, this is the most exciting. I'm very excited. So join us for that journey. And we have a little special surprise at the end of the month. Did a crossover podcast with our good friends, Two Chicks Little Plot Twist. And we do talk all things Harry Potter because
yeah, we do.
In the month of September, it is Harry Potter's month. We go back to Hogwarts. This is the time. So what better way to end my birthday month than crossover episode as we talk about Harry Potter. So this month of September is huge. It's amazing. We have a lot of great things coming up. I'm excited.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait for more eyebrows.
I cannot wait.
We had Elrond's eyebrows in this one, and now
look, the eyebrows.
Will Poulter.
We love eyebrows.
Eyebrows just flock to us. And there's nothing better than eyebrows with a sickly person.
Oh, and in the Maze Runner, they look sickly.
I know they do.
Truly,
and I'm excited.
Real quick, you can also find our link tree on her Instagram. It has everything from new episodes, guest signups, and our merch that we just launched. Thank you guys for joining us. Tiff, thank you. And this is exciting.
I know.
Thank you for sharing this journey with me.
Thank you for coming to my home. MTV, welcome to my crib. It's Middle Earth, man.
I love it so bad. Until next time.
Bye.